Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny. I am Moonlight Lady 1111. I do tarot and oracle readings. This is going to be my video number 3. So the question I'm asking the cards today is, what does the universe want you or need you to know right now? I have pre-shuffled to try and make the video a bit shorter. We'll see how that goes down. Yeah, I'm also trying a new setup today with a different camera, which may or may not have some autofocus action on it. So we'll see how that goes for everybody. Right, so I've got a mixture of tarot cards and oracle cards here. I do tend to read by jumpers, so they do have slightly different amounts of cards in them, but that's because that's what came out of the pack. So I think, you know, those are the messages that you guys will need to know today. I would just like to say that I do offer private readings. If you're interested in private readings, you can get in touch with me through my Instagram, which is Moonlight Lady 1111. You can follow me on Facebook, again, Moonlight Lady 1111, or you can email me at moonlightlady1111@gmail.com. Yeah, so, you know, if you did enjoy this, please like, share, subscribe, all that sort of thing. And yeah, so I think I'm going to go into it now. So, obviously we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. What I'd like you to do is take a moment, breathe in, and breathe out, and choose the card pile that most calls to you. See if you've got a feeling in your tummy that draws you to one, or a feeling in your heart, or maybe close your eyes and open them again and see which one you look at first. I'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to put the piles up at the top now, and just to get them away a little, just to give us some space to spread them out for the reading. Okay. Okay, so I have pre-shuffled, but I don't know what's in the cards. So I guess I'll go for it. I might just stop and start again as well, because like I said, I've got the new camera set up and it only records for about 10 minutes. So okay, we're rolling. Okay, so pile number 1. Let's see what the universe has for you today. I'll just put that there so you can see your little number 1. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the 7 of Pentacles, which is clarified by the Fool. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot, by the way, and this is the Good Tarot. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse, and we have the 8 of Swords. Okay. And then we have 2 cards here from the Work Your Light Oracle. We have Birthing a New Age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. I'll save that one. Humour, fear. This is the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Then from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle, I've got my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Just check that we can see those, yeah. And from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, we have the Riddle. I will read that one from the book because it's a new deck that I've started working with. It was a gift from my friend Max. Thank you very much, Max. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, just give me a moment to take in the messages. What does the universe want you to know right now? Okay, so straight off the bat, I can see that there is a strong chance that you've been feeling quite lonely at the moment. You might have been feeling like you've been left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles here. That could be in work or relationships or family or something like that. You've also got it next to the moon, which makes me think that it might have, you might have been struggling a little in your head of recent. But with the Seven of Pentacles there as well, you have been working on that. You are sowing the seeds to move forwards. And, with the Fool underneath here, it does signify that you might be looking at a new beginning sometime soon. You might be looking at a new beginning sometime soon. And, maybe you have the Seven of Swords in reverse here. So maybe you've managed to stop lying to yourself about something. Or the universe is saying, don't trick yourself here. It's all okay. Because you have got that next to the Eight of Swords in the upright, which is, it's about not being blind to your problems. So you do know. It's interesting because you have fear and humour next to each other here, which is funny, which is right on top of the Six of Pentacles, Six of Diamonds, which is all about give and take and balance. So it could be that you have been feeling quite unbalanced recently. You have been feeling quite lonely about what you've been going through. But things are shifting. You've got birthing a new age here, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being, an awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. It could be that, you've been, you could have been going through quite a bit of spiritual awakening recently, which can be a very lonely time and a very scary time. You have down here, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So I feel like you've been put through the paces. I feel the message from the universe at the minute is, I'll read this oracle card in a moment. I feel like the message is you have been lonely. You have been lonely, but you need to know that you're not on your own. I mean, there's a lot of single figures on these cards. So the Five of Pentacles is a card about, let me see if this autofocus will work. So the Five of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold. And, there is warmth there that they can see, but they just can't quite access it yet. Put that back down. And then we have the moon here, which is about intuition. I took a picture. We'll see how that goes on the... There we go. See how that goes on the video. The moon is about trusting your intuition, but it is about internal... it can be about internal mental health struggles as well. Look at the dogs barking at the moon there. And then this character as well is quite a lonely character who is planting seeds for the future, working on his own stuff, But you can't pick that fruit until it's ripe. So, know that you're on the right path. Know that you are doing what you need to be doing right now. I'll just show you these two as well. See this lovely card here with this figure, birthing a new age. So this is, you've got new beginnings in your cards here. Just try and get that. You've got new beginnings in your cards here because you've also got the Fool. And you can see this Fool card is actually quite, there's a call in there. It's like you're hearing your calling and you're a bit scared of it right now. With this Fear card, I think, it is a bit of a scary, lonely time for you. But don't worry because I feel like actually, let me just try and focus back on these cards now. I feel like actually, am I focused? Come on. Yeah. I feel like the universe is actually telling you not to be so scared because the universe does have a sense of humour. And it is okay to laugh. And it is telling you, what you put out is what you get back. With this, my you know, look again, this is another card of being out in the cold, and maybe the moon is also in this card, you know, so I do think you've been very inside yourself, and you have been listening to your intuition, but you have been feeling quite cold, like you're going through a bit of a winter. But you know, this card is telling you what you put out is what you get back. So remember that in everything, because, oh, let me just try and get that focus again. Come on. So yeah, what you put out is what you get back. So remember that. And so if you balance the humour and the fear, because life is scary, but don't be blind to what's going on. You are going through an awakening right now, and it is difficult. I'm just going to read this riddle card to you now. These cards are so beautiful that I got off my friend Max. Thank you so much, Max. Okay. Okay, the riddle. So, when the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humour, and humour are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma, I just lost myself then. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. So this is a great awakening or aha moment. God, I love it when the cards clarify each other. So yeah, have a sense of humour about the awakening you're going through. Don't rush anything. It says to go deeper, practice the Buddhist I don't know mind. I think also don't lie to yourself about things. It does say this could be a great awakening or aha moment, but it can also represent manipulation, deceit and trickery. I'm just going to restart the camera. Okay, and then just reset my timer. Yeah, so the only way to work with a riddle successfully is to not work. So I think it's saying, you know, you're going to have to go with the flow here. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about this awakening, and you've been seeing signs and reading signs, but you're trying to push things, and you can't push these things. Everything happens in divine timing, unfortunately. We've all got to learn it. How long? So we've gone just around the 10-minute mark. So I am just going to pick a rune and see if there's anything further that we can learn from this. The message from the universe is you're not on your own, but also have more of a sense of humour about it. And I feel like you really need to look into some Buddhist practice here, with the message of the riddle and also with this humour card. Humour and fear as well, you know, yin and yang, finding that balance of the Six of Pentacles is very important for you. It is all a balancing act. I've pulled two runes here. I'll just hold them out for you to see if I can do the focus thing again. Hello. Do some focus, please. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Anyway, I'll read these out to you. So, again, I'm still learning my runes. We have a Jera or Jera. I did know that one actually. This is a rune of good success. Also, there's a bit of duality to this one here, as you can see. I mean, it's a bit out of focus, but you can see the shape, right? Again, with the yin-yang and the balance. Try and find that balance. You should know that quick results cannot be achieved. A period is always associated. Yes, so, you know, you have to wait for these things to ripen. Therefore, the key word of 1 year, it stands for the symbol of a full cycle of time. So you have to wait for the harvest to come in. You have to wait for the right time. You can't push these things. And I think that's what you're being blind to, you know. So you're feeling out in the cold with your new beginning. You've been struggling with your intuition, but you're starting to realise that you're not lying to yourself anymore. You're very aware of what's going on. Got 2 sevens here, so this is quite spiritual. And you know, don't be blind to the fact that you need to wait for the crops to ripen. Okay, and the next one is Tia. Oh no, the wrong one. Algae. So this is protection. I'll just hold it close again. Can we do the focus, please? Hello, there we go. So this one is algae. It's protection. Okay. Get you back down there. Thank you. Okay, are we in focus? Yeah, pretty much. Oh God, do you know what? Sorry guys, sorry group number 1. I'm just going to do manual focus. There we go. So, where was I? Yes, protection. This is about the control of emotions during transition periods, changing the course of life and accelerated self-change. It is important not to rush into emotions, either positive or negative. Remember that early action and right conduct are the only real protection. No matter whether your business flourishes or fades, don't worry. Maybe you don't win. Maybe you will never lose, but you will always learn from what has happened. Moderation and civility. Wow, I love it when the cards all clarify each other. So yeah, this is a time for you to like try and remain in your balance, you know, do that inner work, look into some Buddhist practice, you know, think of the laughing Buddha. He's a really spiritual person. He sees everything for what it is, but it is a rough ride sometimes, but don't try and push it, you know. It's silly. As somebody who's been on this journey for a bit now, I do have to say, sometimes it is quite funny when you see synchronicities and numbers and things like that. It might be that you've been seeing synchronicities and numbers and you've been thinking that you're going a bit mental. Don't think that. You know, what you're thinking is true and what you're thinking is right, and you are rising into the new you, and that can be a painful process, but trust that everything is happening at the right time, and do remember what you put out is what you get back. So try not to be too scared right now. I'll just get a bit of advice from the book. Oh, lovely. Okay, so let's see if I can focus here. Can you focus on the book? Oh, I said do it manual, didn't I? There we go. So it always comes back to the same necessity. Go deep enough and there is a bedrock of truth, however hard. And if you put a small value on yourself, rest assured that the world will not raise your price. So yeah, it is hard, but keep going deeper. Have the courage. See how far the rabbit hole goes, and see how far the rabbit hole goes. And remember, what you put out, you get back. Have value in yourself. You are this being of light and stars, you know. And this journey is hard, but you're gonna get through this. Okay, I think that's it for pile number 1. Stay strong, pile number 1. You've totally got this. It isn't easy, but you're so getting there. So yeah, like I said, if you do want a private reading or you want to discuss anything further, you can get in touch with me at moonlightlady1111@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is moonlightlady1111. I do daily card pulls and also the odd pick a card reading on there as well. I do have a new Facebook page, Moonlight Lady 1111. I should probably put the 1111 on this, shouldn't I? But yeah, so thanks pile number 1. I really hope that resonated for you. If it did, you know, do like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I'd love to hear from you. Take it easy. Bye, group number 1. So, hi, hello, this is group number 2. I'll just pull your cards down here. Like I said, there are different numbers of cards in the piles. And I'm not quite sure what's in there. I did take different ones, so I'll just put this number 2 up there. So, this, the question is, what does the universe want you to know right now? Okay? You know, what is the message for you from Spirit or from, you know, however you interpret it? Okay, so pile number 2, I'm just going to go straight out there. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. That's interesting. That came up for pile number 1 as well. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. And we have the Two of Swords. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot, by the way. And this is clarified by the Good Tarot. We've got the Page of Swords. Oh, excuse me. The Queen of Pentacles. The Emperor. And I've got another card here. Temptation. Okay. Where am I going to put that? Maybe I'll put that there. Yes, that works. Okay. And then from the Work Your Light Oracle, we've got Take a Break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Wow, well that's not, if that's not a message and a half, I don't know what is. Okay, just keep going. From the Soul's Journey Lessons, I've got Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I'm just going to check the focus there, guys. Sorry. Yeah, we're good. Okay. And then from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle, we have I am a spirit having a human experience and I'm here to get closer to love. I might put that down there actually. Just check if I can see it. Yes, I can. And then we have in any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation and stillness. Okay. And then from this new deck of mine, the Wild Unknown Archetypes, which was a present from my friend Max, thank you very much Max, we have the Maiden. Okay. I'm going to read this straight from the book because I am still working with this. And then 2 overall clarifiers, just from the standard. I have the Ace of Cups and the Page or Knight of Swords again. Oh no. Oops, I'm going to have to double check 1 second. Okay, yes, I'm back. I was right. Should trust myself more. Maybe that's a message as well. Trust yourself, you do know the answers. Right, so just to get back to... Right, I'll just stop and reset my timer. Okay, group number 2. I'm back in the room. So, what does the universe want you to know right now? So we've got the Seven of Swords here, which talks about being sneaky and maybe having some trickery going on. And then we've got the Hanged Man, which is, a time of stopping. We've got the Two of Swords, which is about making decisions. We've got... I'm just going to go out and say it before I start going through all the cards, actually. I really think you need to be practicing some self-love right now. I used to hate that term myself. I used to get really annoyed when people said it to me, but I just started understanding it, You can take a break. And I really think that is the message the universe is saying to you now. You've got the Hanged Man here, which is about stopping, seeing everything from a new perspective. You've got take a break here. A life's work, not a season. And you've got 2 messages here of messages, You've got the Page of Swords here and you've got the Page/Knight of Swords here, which is about sending messages. So you really just need to chill down. You've also got the Emperor in here, which is about, needing to be in control. It may be that you've got quite a lot of changes going on that are a bit overwhelming for you right now. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, you want to feel grounded, but then with this Temptation card you are, you've been obsessing about something, and I think the message I'm getting here is stop lying to yourself, you're not being lied to by others. I think you're lying to yourself, and you need to make a decision here. Take this blindfold off. You can see, I'll just... So you've got the Two of Swords here. You know, you need to take this blindfold off. Sorry, I've probably got louder because I've got quite close to the microphone. Yeah, there's a decision needs to be made here, and there's some secrets that you're keeping from yourself about it. As soon as you take that blindfold off, you're going to see the answer. You know, it is something that's going on in your head. You know, you're clutching onto all these thoughts, and it is time to release them. So look at the... I really, really love the imagery on this page of swords, actually. I do feel again that this imagery is saying, you know, like, let it go. There's something that you need to let go. And I really get, it says here, so you have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And I don't know why, I'm just really finding these two are going together for me. Sorry. Yeah, these two are really going together for me. I don't know, maybe like these blue spiky bits are reminding me of swords somehow. Yeah, there's a need to surrender. And I think there's a need to realise you have choices in this. Yeah, you need to realise you have choices in this. And, you know, you are in charge of yourself. You are in control of your own actions and your own decisions. So, yeah, with this Ace of Cups here as well, you have the Ace of Cups and the Jack or Knight of Swords here as well. So this to me is like, this is a message to feel the love, okay? Think about, this is the only cup you've got in the spread, and I feel like this is very distinctly, this is your heart. And I think the message I'm getting is you're at risk of this not being full. You need to fill this cup. And to fill this cup, oh wow, okay, I just got this, guys. To fill this cup, you know, you need to take a break. And can you see down here? I don't know how close I can get. Can you see down here? There's a little. There's a woman here just taking a bath in this water. I feel like you need to take a step back, go into retreat. You know, shut down for the evening. Get into this water and refill that cup. Yeah. I'll take a step back again because I'm probably really close to the microphone there. But yeah, so this is very important to you. The universe is saying, stop every once in a while. You do you. It seems that you have some... Again, it's interesting because this death card here is called Devil, the Devil card. It's called Temptation here in this deck, and you can see there's a heart in here as well. So, I don't know, maybe you've been pushing yourself too hard towards something. I don't know, relationship or work or something like that. But again, with the Hanged Man and take a break, you know, rest now. These two cards here as well, you know, this one speaks of prayer, contemplation, stillness. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. And in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So again, these two cards are... Look at the eyes closed here as well. Like the eyes closed and the third eye is opening. So, yeah, it's time to stop for a bit. Take a break. Do some meditation. Do some exploring of yourself. You know, practice some self. You know, be nice to yourself. Cook yourself some nice food, some like healthy food like this apple. You know, dress yourself up nice. Become this Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is very grounded energy, and it is upright. So you have got that in you. Okay, and then you have the Maiden card here. I'm going to read this from the book for you now. down there again. Oh, this is funny. There we go. Sorry, that was probably really loud when I said that. I do think the new camera setup is going okay though. Okay, number 8, the Maiden. What other numbers have we got in here? You know, you've got quite a lot of court card energy into Major Arcana. There's quite a lot of masculine energy here actually as well, so I feel like maybe you're a masculine watching this, you know, non-gender specific, but I think maybe your masculine and feminine energies could do with being a bit more balanced, because then you have the Queen and the Maiden, so maybe that's what you need to do to help you fill your cup. Maybe you've been going through quite a lot of changes at the moment. You know, there are a few similar things to Power 1 actually, but not quite the same. Yeah. Let me read the book. Whatever it is, you need to let some stuff go. Don't carry it all around. You know, you don't... Put the swords down, I'm hearing. Put these swords down. You know, you don't... You're going to struggle if you try and carry all of this. And this is, you know, it's a time to reconnect with your spirituality, actually. I am going to read the Maiden one in a minute, I promise. But I just want to talk about the Hanged Man. Like, I see the Hanged Man as Odin. And Odin, he hung on the tree of Yggdrasil for 9 days to, you know, to reach his enlightenment. So this is about stopping, seeing everything from a new perspective. Some people see the Hanged Man quite negatively, but I am a massive fan of this card. I love it. I think it's, you know, it's another card of enlightenment for me. So, the Maiden. Thank you so much for these cards again, Max. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, the Maiden. The Maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive. Here we go. We have the Devil card there and the Emperor. Maybe it's a person that you need to let go. You're addicted to thoughts of somebody, and it's time to get the message and realise that you need to love yourself before anybody else can love you. Sorry, I just got that while I was... She's compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. I'm sorry, I just realised I'm going to have to stop and start because of my time. Okay, there we go. So, she's the first archetype in the trifecta of Maiden, Mother, Crone, and rightfully so, because she has oh so much to learn. The Maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her... Perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamoured by the charms of youth. The Maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and that's nights with a K, by the way, like this night here, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. So, curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality when light, and when dark, pretends, projects, denies, and fantasizes. So with this falling right underneath this Devil card here, you know, this is just reiterating to me that you have been having obsessive thoughts about something. You've been addicted to something or someone. But you need to make a decision to gain control of yourself. Do that inner work and inner reflection to become this grounded Queen of Pentacles. Progress from the Maiden to the Queen, regardless of if you're male or female. It doesn't matter. It's about the energy here, you know. I'm just going to pull some runes for you now to see what else we might need to know. Can I have a couple of runes for pile number 2, please? What does pile number 2 need to know right now? Okay. Feeling called to draw another one. Okay. So you have I'm still learning my runes, guys, so forgive me while I... Okay. Here we have notice. This is compulsion, necessity. Oh, sorry. Necessity and pain. Okay. It's about control. Something or someone has been controlling your mind. You need to let that go. It's a time to pay off old guilt. And this is an easy time to restore balance. Sorry, my hand's waving all over the place there. Which very much talks to this Two of Swords and change and release. And then you have Kano or Kano, which is the opening, okay? This is a fire, this is a torch, this is seeing the light, seeing the enlightenment behind the head. You know, look at the Hanged Man's head here. Seeing that enlightenment, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what the universe is saying to you. You know, see the light. It's the rune for morningful activity, sincerity, clarity, concentration. I feel like the universe is telling you to get back on track. The more light you have, the better you can see what is right in front of you. And then you have Radar or Rido. Oops. Oh, which I've just thrown on the floor. Okay. And this is the rune of communication, reconciliation, and a journey. So this rune is about the communication or the mood of something that has two sides, two elements, and about a different reunion. Here grows the intrinsic value. And at such times, we must remember that it is not envisaged that we rely totally on our own strength, but instead ask ourselves, what is the right action? Wow. So I feel like pile number 2, obviously this is a general reading, so I'm not sure if it's going to resonate for everybody. But I think you've let someone or something be in control of your mind for too long now. And it's time for you to take your power back. Give up these addictions. Take a break from the world for a bit. Practice some self-care and some self-love, and realise that it's time for you to move on to the next stage of your journey. And if this has been a love relationship, you do have the Ace of Cups here, which does talk of a new beginning. But I feel like it's very important for you right now. If you're thinking about a person, you really need to ignore this reunion message and this Ace of Cups as a new beginning, actually. You really need to concentrate on you, because if you're not... Yeah, I mean, look at this angel in this temptation card here. You've been so obsessed and so down and so sad about it, and actually it's time for you to let that all go, because we all know it's a cliche, but until you love yourself, no one else is going to love you. So you need to make this decision for yourself to take a break and change your outlook on how you've been seeing this whole situation, be it work, be it substance or drink or something abuse, or a person. It's time to take a step back, realign yourself, reground yourself. Read this message, this very important message. It may be some messages are coming for you, I don't know, but you need to get out of your head and stop lying to yourself about this situation, because you know that it's time for you to progress. It's time for you to move on. I'm just going to get you a message from the Dare to Believe book. And hey, do you know what? If it is a person and it's meant to be, when you move on, that energy will shift. And they will feel that energy shift. And if they're supposed to come back to you, they will. And you will have a reunion and a new beginning. But only if it's what you need. Okay? Right now, you really need to look like you've got quite a lot of enlightenment here as well. Like, there's lots of lights in her hair. And there's lights in this Emperor card. And, go and fill those cups. So, let me just see what little message we might have here for you from the book. We have leap, and the net will appear. And then call to the first one for some reason. Okay, life loves to be taken by the lapel and be told, I'm with you, kid, let's go. And it's all right to have butterflies in your stomach, just get them to fly in formation. Wow, I love that one. because that's saying, you know, in a nice way, get a grip. If you do have feelings for someone, or you are obsessed with this job or this work or this thing, it's fine, but don't let it consume you. You need to be in charge of you. I think that's it. Okay. I really hope that resonated for you, pile number 3. And, you know, everything's going to be fine eventually. You just need to take control again of you. Yes, so like I said, my name is Jenny. If you do want to book a private reading with me, you can get in touch with me at moonlightlady1111@gmail.com. You can follow me and message me on Instagram. Again, my handle is moonlightlady1111. I also have a Facebook page, Moonlight Lady 1111. You've guessed it. Yeah, there is a link to an Amazon wish list and PayPal for energy exchange below, should you feel like you want to donate, if this did resonate for you strongly. Yeah, and, you know, take it easy, pile number 3. And once you take it easy, everything is going to become so clear. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 3. Lots of love. Bye. Okay, I'll just check the focus. Okay, hello, this is pile number 3. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight in. Hopefully I'm not repeating myself if you've watched any of the other piles. I'll just pop this number 3 up here for you. Okay. Yes, so I've just, like I said in the beginning, I don't know if you heard the beginning or you've jumped straight in. How I do readings is I do tend to take jumpers, so there are slightly different numbers of cards in each of these piles, but I feel that I've taken the right amount of cards for each one. I've not seen, well, I do feel like I saw these come out, but I can't remember what they were. I've not seen what's in the pile, so yeah, I'm just going to kind of go with it. And okay, so the message was, what does the universe want me to know right now? Or what message does the universe need me to know? Or what does spirit want me to know? Or however you see it. So we have the Knight of Swords. This is interesting. We've had these message cards come up in each one, which is funny because it's messages from the universe. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Star. And we have the Four of Wands. Interesting. Okay, that's the Rider-Waite Tarot there. And we're clarified by Patience. Just going to have to check that number, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Like as I am, okay, Temperance, obviously. Oh, okay. This is the good tarot, by the way. We have the the 3 of Swords, sorry. We have the Chariot. Sorry, I had a feeling that there were some messages for me in this pile as well, pile number 3, so I'm just sighing a little. And we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. And then from the Work Your Light Oracle, we have Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Well, I'll just move these up a little bit. So we had quite a lot jump out for this one as well, guys. And we have Aksana, your guidance is divinely guided. Sorry, Akasha. Akasha. This is the Work Your Light Oracle. I think I just said that, but I'm not sure. And will it fit? I hope so. And we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Gosh, what a beautiful card. Sorry, I'm just a bit in awe of this card at the minute, guys. Look. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me just get back. Focus. There we go. More or less in focus. There's quite a lot of cards here. Okay, and then from the Soul's Journey lesson cards, we have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay. And then from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle, it says, thank you, Universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Gosh, there are quite a lot of cards for this one, pile number 3. I didn't realise how many had jumped out. Okay. My vibes speak louder than my words. Yes, they do. Okay, and then from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, which is a present from my friend Max. Well, we have the Self. And then the playing card, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. So I'll just put that there. So pile number 3. This is funny because it's like it's messages for me as well. But then I think every reading is always some sort of private messages and some sort of public ones. So as a general reading, let's go straight for it. Where to start? So I'll start up here. Okay. So we've got the Knight of Swords up here, which is generally a card of messages, receiving messages. So it might be that, I mean, look, let's be honest, we've got the Lovers in reverse here, and we've got the Three of Swords. So with these two clarifying each other, it does say to me that there has been some sort of breakup or ending of a situation, or you know, a little bit of heartbreak going on. That could be to do with the choice you've had to make. It could be to do with the message you've received. There's some very strong energy here, you know. You've got the love, like major arcana wise, we've got the Lovers, we've got the Star, we've got Temperance, this one is called Patience, and we've got the Chariot. So things are moving and things are shifting for you massively, pile number 3, especially with this Pillar of Light card that we've got over here. It's like you're finally understanding yourself. You're finally having some realizations about the universe. You know, you've got freedom and acceptance here as well. So you've really, and you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance. So you've really shifted something recently, pile number 3. You really have. You've got Leap here as well, which to me really speaks of, it really reminds me of the Fool card, which is all about taking a leap of faith into the universe and about new beginnings and everything like that. Yeah, so let's see, what does the universe want you to know right now? To me, the universe is saying, I mean, you've got the Four of Wands here as well, which is, you know, it's got the 1111 in it, which, and we've got the Lovers, so I do feel like it's something to do with a person, a man or a woman that you might have been seeing, but it's about understanding that it's time to let go, that you can't control this situation. There's nothing you can do about it. But that's good because you really need to concentrate on yourself right now. But there are so many cards of balance here, pile number 3. So many. It's about your yin and yang coming together. Just look at the, you know, the soul's journey. Look at the colours in here. You know, you've got the purple and the blue. They're quite similar cards there. Yeah, so it's about union with yourself and making sure you have Patience here, which is usually the Temperance card. It's a very beautiful card. Wow, I think there's a lot to do with divine timing as well. You've got your guidance is divinely guided, and just look at this Temperance card, guys. Patience, it's called. Look how her heart is a clock. You know, it's like, you know that now is the time to sit back and wait. And what is yours will come back to you if you need it to. If not, it's time to move on to new beginnings. Both of which is totally fine for you right now. It's like you've accepted this and it's given you so much freedom. So yeah, let's start at the beginning. So I think some messages have been sent recently, which, I mean, you may or may not have replied to. Actually, you may have forced these messages out of somebody. You know, like you wanted answers or you wanted closure or something like that. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a job or a situation or somewhere you live or something like that. But I'm not gonna lie, with the Lovers and the Three of Swords and the Four of what, it feels like a person here. So yeah, you've had some recent clarity. You've had some recent clarity, and it's forced you into this like rest period. You know, it's made you do it, which is a good thing. This whatever's happened to you recently needed to happen, because down here you have thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear so I can see what is of the highest good. So what is happening is, you know, you are growing, you are ascending, your vibration is rising, you are the oracle, you know, pillar of light. You've got this, so yeah, you've got the Lovers in reverse, which to me talks of a choice has been made. It can talk of breakup. With it being clarified by the Three of Swords, you know, it almost definitely feels like there's been a breakup of some description or an ending of something, and it has caused you some heartbreak, it's caused you some pain. But let me just look at this. Yeah, you know, there's some little birds in here. They've all got little crowns. They've all got their own thoughts and they've all got their own ways to go. Everybody involved in this has their own things to learn, unfortunately. But you have hope now, and you've I'll just reset the camera there, sorry. So what's hilarious, pile number 3, is I literally stopped that recording and started it again at 11:11, and we have the 11:11 card here. So, you know, if anyone does believe in counterparts or twin flames or whatever, you know, sorry, I shouldn't say whatever. It's a definite thing, but if you are on the journey or aware of it, maybe it's not the easiest journey for people sometimes. But that is just funny that I stopped it at 11:11. Anyway, yeah, you've been through this heartbreak, you've had this trouble, there's been this ending, but you have this Star card here, which is clarified by the Chariot. Like, this is really strong, guys. You know, really strong. Again, you've got this duality here in the black and the white horse with the yin and yang. You've got this balance of cups. You know, this goddess, she pours the water into the pool of life, but makes sure that she's also pouring water onto the ground around her. You know, she's keeping that balance. There's a lot about balance here, and this, you know, the message of these two cards is hope and rushing forwards to the future with trust in the universe. You know, who knows where these horses are going to take her, but she knows that that's where she needs to go. Okay? It's rushing forwards with fire and passion is what I'm seeing here. And hope. There is so much hope for your future, pile number 3, and you're starting to understand that now. You're starting to understand that letting things go is the first step to you reconnecting with yourself. I'm going to read the Self card to you now. Because you're really stepping into your freedom. I'll be honest, I think this Chariot card is saying that you're going to be rushing into some massive awakening. Excuse me. And the universe is basically telling you, like, these signs and synchronicities that you're seeing are real, but also that you need to know about this reconnection with self. Like, you know this already. Sorry, I'll just focus you back there. You know this already. You know about the yin and yang. It is without, and if there is this other person there, great. Maybe they are your counterpart, but if you're not balanced within, how is that ever going to happen? You know, there's so many twos here, but it's about the duality is within you and without you. So I've just seen this is number 24 as well, which is funny. 2s and 4s and and 6s, which makes the love number. But yeah, like, you're understanding that it is really time to let go. And this is actually making you feel really good right now, I feel like, pile number 3. I feel like you're actually feeling like every single one of these cards, there's someone standing alone in their power. There's a lot of power here right now. Like, I feel like you are the goddess, male or female. You're the god or the goddess in the star right now. Because you know that you just need to trust in divine timing, because what is yours will come back to you if it is supposed to come back to you. And you're finally understanding if it's not supposed to come back to you, then that is okay too. Okay, let's look at this card here, the Self. Thank you so much for these cards again, Max. They're so beautiful. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, it's 29, not 24. I'm so bad with Roman numerals. 9, 10, 11. Oh my god, that's even even more twinny, isn't it? Okay, the Self. I'll just show you this card. It's beautiful. Like I said, I am learning this deck, but I'm learning so much from it. Like, look at this egg in the heart, the pearl from your own heart. And once that pearl is recognised, I've not even read the book yet, but once you recognise this pearl in your own heart, that's when it's going to go, out into the universe, like an aha moment. The balance in you is going to speak to the balance in everything else. You are juggling it a bit with this 2 of Pentacles. Freedom and acceptance. You may still occasionally feel a bit stuck. And, you've got a Page of Wands in reverse here. So you might feel like you are lacking some passion right now. But if you're on your own, that's fine. You don't need passion. Well, maybe you want passion all the time. But yeah, it's... maybe this is being blocked by this person. This could be the person that sent you the message. It could be a new person. But you're accepting that the people and the person doesn't matter right now. Okay. So, the Self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The Self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities when this card appears. It's a call to step back into witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Yes. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin and smoulder in chaos. Yet the Self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavour of life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. Okay. Witnessing, accepting new aspects of self. Or when dark, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. Okay, yeah, wow, pile number 3. Like, you guys are really starting to understand the journey now. You're releasing that ego. You're realising that hope and movement and the time is going to come. And if this is going to be yours, like, there is a time for celebration in your future. Regardless of how you feel about romance, and if there's not romance, there's a cause for celebration in your future. There's some stability coming for you. You know now that the universe has got your back, and that's going to help you raise your vibration so much higher. And you're trusting in divine timing and divine guidance. You're understanding that you are in control of your own happiness. I feel like the universe's message to you right now is you've got it, kid. Keep going. Okay, I've just pulled 3 cards, 3 runes straight out. I don't know what they are. I'll pop them. I'll pop them on the star, you know. Yeah. Pop them on the star because it's good for hope. Again, I'm learning my runes still, guys, so I want one more. I don't know why. Okay. So we have Bacana. Yes! Growth, rebirth. This is the rune of the life process. Another cycle. It stands for fertility and growth. Wow, so you are really growing. This is gentle but penetrating. So scatter resistance. Get rid of any fight in you. You know, you are surrendering. This is what the universe is saying to you. They're saying, yes, you're doing it. Surrender. Surrender the ego. Surrender control. You know, get everything balanced within you. The signs and synchronicities you're seeing are true. That is me. I feel like this is saying, yeah, when you see the signs, it is me. It's me, kid. That's what it's saying. I don't know why I just called you kid twice there. Okay. We have power. This is the rune of termination and a new beginning. It means that the life you used to live has grown out of its frame and needs to be left behind now. So again, this massive spiritual awakening you've been going through, you know that as well. You can't go back once you know. Once you've seen the light of the star, and once you know the chariot's rushing forward, you may as well try and keep a soft handle on those reins. What have we got here? Sorry guys, one of these days I'll know the answers to what the runes are. Okay, was defensive forces, the U. So we've got 2 trees here. So, you know, tree of life is working its magic. Stay strong, I'm getting is what that is saying. Stay strong. Repel any blocks and defeat. We can develop an aversion to the pattern of behaviour that leads to tense situations in our life. Patience is the advice. Again, yes, with this temperance card. Another card of balance, actually. In the Rider-Waite, the temperance has 2 cups in it. And there's 2 cups in here as well. And there's a 2 here. There's a lot of love and duality going on. And that is both within you and without you. I have to say that's very important to know. Pile number 3, that yeah, you're learning to love you right now, and it's beautiful. What's the last one we've got going on over here? We've got Hagalaz. Change, freedom, and invention. It does also say caution. There is an urgent need in your psyche to free itself from the confines of identification with the material reality and to experience the world of archetypal thinking. So yeah, things are out of your control now, and you can expect resolution, because this is the big awakening. The more serious the damages in your life, the more important and contemporary are the requirements for your further growth. Yeah, so the universe is saying to you, the message is you are going through this massive rebirth and you're going through this massive shift and you're learning to love it. Oh, wow. Okay, the book says, the real moment of success is not the moment apparent to the crowd. And there is only one real sin, and that is to persuade oneself that the second best is anything but second best. If every day is an awakening, you will never grow old, you will just keep growing. Wow. What a beautiful pile that was. So I think this is the message for you right now. You've got such a strong pile here, pile number 3. I could probably keep going a bit longer. I've gone a bit longer on your pile, but that's because there were so many cards and it was so beautiful. So yeah, I really hope that resonated for you, pile number 3. And I really hope that, you're doing okay on your journey. It can feel a little scary at times when you're going through these periods of intense awakening. But yeah, divine guidance, divine timing and ascension is what is happening for you right now. So I think as well, if you've been doubting this in any way, this is your confirmation. That's really funny. I just picked up the 4 of Wands. Yeah, I just picked up the Four of Wands as I said, this is your confirmation, which is hilarious because that's what I had said to me in a reading not so long ago. So what a beautiful little set of cards here, pile number 3. If you do want to book a private reading with me, I do offer private readings. You can contact me, moonlightlady1111@gmail.com. And you can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is moonlightlady1111. I've also got a Facebook page, which is, you've guessed it, Moonlight Lady 1111. Yeah, you know, if that did resonate, please like the video, share, subscribe, anything like that. I've really enjoyed doing these readings for you today, guys. And yeah, keep growing, keep striving. If you did feel the need to make any sort of donations as part of an energy exchange, I do have an Amazon wish list under there, and there's also a link to a PayPal should you want to make any tips or donations. But yeah, take it easy, pile number 3, and everybody I've done the readings for today. Mwah, lots of love, big hugs.